TikTok. I know you have questions. Good news! My name is Liz Brown. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I've got answers to your TikTok questions.
And it goes a little something like...
I'm your video coach. Did you know? In this video, I'm going to give you the answers to like the basic things about TikTok. Where do I find this? How do I do this? Where's the overlay button? How do I use a green screen? Why is it so hot? It's not so. It's not so. Don't say those words. Your brain is listening. So if you need more information on TikTok, I am your TikTok coach. I need you to like and subscribe. You could also go to my TikTok channel and you could follow me there because I have this special little playlist title there that says TikTok How To, and all of these questions that I'm going to answer for you right now, I also have already answered for you there. And you can see on the screen there how I walk you through these basic questions and the more advanced questions, because I know not all of you need the basics. Let's start with a more advanced question. Oh yeah, did you like and subscribe, ring the bell, all the things? All right, let's start with a more advanced question. That would be, Liz, once I have my video filmed and I go to the edit screen, let's quickly run through the screens real quick. When you open up your TikTok, it's going to come to your main feed. And then on your main feed, there's going to be a plus sign at the bottom of the screen. And that plus sign, going to be about right here-ish, you're going to hit it and it's going to open up a screen where there's a circle at the bottom. That is how you start filming a TikTok. I call that the filming screen. The second screen that you're going to go to after you're done filming your video, you get there by hitting the bottom right. There's a little circle with a little check mark in it. The second screen is the edit screen. And on the edit screen are all the options for editing your video. Now, can you add things on the filming screen to make your video more exciting, effects, sounds, all kinds of good stuff? Yes, but then you could also edit things on the edit screen. And then the third screen, that's the screen that you put hashtags, captions, covers to your videos, tag people, all the other stuff before you post your video. Let's get back to the question. Question number one, Liz, I already filmed my video. Now, how do I make it better? The easiest way to make your TikTok video better is when you go to the edit screen, you're going to look for the little button that's the adjust clips. Now on my screen, it's on the top right corner. It looks like a little like rectangle with a play button, and then there's a little slash down the middle of it. Once you found that button, I need you to click it. And then once you click the button, it's going to take you to another whole world where you can edit your videos. Now, if you've used any other editing software, it may look similar. Like for instance, if you use captions, if you use CapCut, if you're used to maybe even editing in Reels, some of the things in Adjust Clips will look similar. I want you to know this is the easiest way to edit on TikTok, is to go into your Adjust Clips. Now, I also think that when you're filming your video, the easiest way to edit a video is to film it, quote unquote, correctly, meaning hold your camera up, push the button, say something, take your thumb off. Then push the button, say something, take your thumb off. That films your video in little clips, and then it makes it easy for you to move your little clips around. Now, if you didn't film your video that way, for instance, say you filmed it on your camera, you uploaded it to TikTok, and now you're ready to edit again, you're going to want to use something called Edit and then Split. Now you're going to find these things, they're going to show up on the very bottom when you're in Adjust Clips. The first one, Edit, looks like scissors currently. You hit that and then it'll highlight the video and you can cut little pieces of the video up, and then you can make them shorter. You can make them go away completely. You could refilm things all within Adjust Clips. The way that I use this, so it saves me time, is that when I'm making a video, I put no parameters on what I'm saying, what I'm doing. I'm not trying to be perfect in any way. I just have the idea in my head. I hold my camera up. Like I'm just fast as I can to get the information out. And then I'm going to go edit it. Because sometimes I'm too loud, sometimes I'm too quiet, sometimes someone drives by, sometimes the word gets cut off because my thumb's just too trigger happy. Whatever it is, once I'm in Adjust Clips, that's where I can make things tidy. Also, how many of you use the word so, hey, and my favorite word is wanna. Wanna? Yeah, instead of want to, I say wanna all the time. Do I correct it? Some days I just let that ride. But do I correct the captions? You're adding captions to your videos, right? on occasion, especially when I say wanna in the very beginning, I'll go edit that caption. You can edit your captions in Adjust Clips as well. This is a rabbit hole of goodness, the Adjust Clips. But know that it's there and start working with it, because the more you push the buttons, the better you get. Here's a side note for you. Are you having trouble pushing the buttons? You feel unsure about pushing the buttons? I designed this thing called Film School, where we currently meet once a week for 30 minutes, and I talk about things just like this. And you can see the screen as I'm talking to you, then you could open your screen too, and then we do it together. Small group coaching, it's amazing. Check the links in my bio. Let's press on. Here's a basic question for you. How do I add music to my video? Okay. Strangely, this is something that people struggle with because they know how to add the music, but they don't know how to turn it down. And the thing with TikTok is when you're adding background music, it's 90% of the time it is too loud, even for me. And sometimes if you add everything and it's all edited and you don't watch it one more time before you post it, then for whatever reason, it adjusts the sound back and it puts it back up, and you'll go post that video thinking everything's right. And it's wrong. And the thing about TikTok is once you post a video, there's no bringing it back like you can sometimes on Instagram. So let's talk about the volume and where to find it. So you're going to film your video per usual, like you do on the film screen. Then you're going to go to the edit screen. And then you're going to find where it says either add sound at the top, or you can also add sounds in the Adjust Clips. Two ways to do it. Now here's the key. You're going to find the sound that you want, and then once it's added, you need to adjust the volume of that sound. And so you're going to tap the volume. Most of the time you're going to find it says volume. It's usually in the bottom right corner of the screen. And you're going to take the slide bar, and I need you to slide it all the way to the left. It used to give you numbers. On mine, for whatever reason, took away the numbers. Things are always changing in social media. Maybe they brought them back by now. Who knows? But I need you to turn it way down, like almost all the way off, especially if you're talking. If for whatever reason you're doing a voiceover and then adding a sound in the background, a voiceover you can add a louder sound than you can if it's you speaking. So that's a pro tip right there. That is how you adjust the volume and you add a sound or songs on your videos. Next question. Liz, what about a green screen? A green screen is something that they call an effect, and this is where you find it. You go again to make a video just like normal, and before you hit the record button, there's a little button to the left of it and it says effects. You can go in there and pick effects, and you can add an effect before you start filming. And then you can also add an effect maybe halfway through your video. You want to add you don't want to use a green screen in the beginning and you want to add it later, you could always add it. You could also change a green screen. So when you go into effects, you're going to look at the top of the effects, you're going to slide it to the left, and then it'll say green screen. And there's so many green screens to play around with. You could use a floating orb in front of you. You could use the one with a hand. You can put a green screen behind you. You could do a video green screen. You can shrink your face down and have the green screen behind you. You can do something in front of you. There are all kinds of ways to use a green screen. Again, I want you to play around with this stuff. I don't have time. I heard that voice in your head. Quiet down, Cheryl. You have time to be creative. Making videos is a creative process. I encourage you to make it fun. Play around with the buttons. Come to film school. We'll play around with the buttons together. It'll be a good time. All right. We just talked about green screen. We talked about volume. We talked about adjust clips. What other questions do you have? Well, what about text on screen? It is a simple thing to do, but if you don't know where the button is, it's not simple. So you record the video on the filming screen, then you go to the edit screen, and on the edit screen, you're going to see typically on the right side of the screen, there's a little capital A, and that is the text button. You can click it, and then you can add text on the screen. Now you'll notice when you're writing, it pops up as white writing, but you can change the color of it. You can change the script of it. You can change the background of it. So you change it by tapping on it, and by tapping on it, you're tapping on, when you're writing on the screen, it's going to have little bubbles that are colored, and then it'll have the script or the type of text that are on the screen. You'll also see in the left side of that, there's another capital letter A. And the capital letter A is you tap it, tap it, tap it, and when you tap it once, it outlines it. Then you tap it again, and it'll add like a white background or whatever color you had selected. Tap on it another time, it fades that background, makes it like a clear colored background. Why? Why do we want to add text to a screen? Well, even though we have captions, a lot of people are watching your videos without the sound on. because they're watching them in a public place. You've never done that? Of course you have. Maybe it's even in your bed at night. You don't want to, disturb the people around you. So if you add a little bit of text at the very beginning of your video, think like 2 to 3 seconds, that tells the audience who the video is for. Attention! Whatever the video is about, right? You don't always have to say attention, but kind of slaps. It works, right? So you're going to add that little text at the beginning of the video. Make sure it's not covering your face completely. It could be here though. It's only there for 2 seconds, then it goes away. And then I also want to encourage you that this area down here on the screen is going to be very busy. It's going to be where your caption is. It's going to be where the automatic captions that scroll live. If you put captions on your video, they're typically down here. So this area below your face is going to be busy. I want you to add that first text somewhere up here-ish and let it disappear. That is how you add text to a video. Can you also add text and adjust clips? You certainly can, and you can do the timing in there. You can also set the duration of a text by pushing it and then selecting how long it stays on the screen. Another common question that people keep asking me is, I love TikTok, but how do I get my TikTok video to go to all the other places? This is how I currently do it. You're going to need to come up with your own process that makes your life easier. I currently make all my videos on TikTok. And then I have a virtual assistant, a VA, who helps me take my videos from TikTok and move them around the world. She moves them to Instagram, to Facebook, to YouTube Shorts, to Pinterest, to LinkedIn. I think that's all of them. You as a human being can do this and move them all over the world. Or you can pay someone to. A virtual assistant is a great option. If you don't want to use a human being, you could also use an app called Repurpose.io. Are there other apps that could probably do the same thing? Yes. Here's the thing about using an app. Sometimes apps only link to certain kind of accounts, say business account, a creator account, personal account, and sometimes they just don't work for no reason. Same thing goes for a human being. You got to work out the kinks in this thing. But the question always is, Liz, how do I do it easy, and is it important? The answer is yes. I need your face in front of your clients as often as possible. The world is full of noise. And if your noise is not part of the noise, they will forget about you. So I want you to think volume in the beginning, and once you get good at volume and consistency, I want you then to move to making your videos, quote, better. So when you're doing the Repurpose.io, that works great. It's going to take your watermark off automatically, save it to a Google Drive for you automatically, and then it's going to link your accounts so then it can move around the world. If you use a VA, you're going to need something called LastPass. So they have access to your accounts without having your passwords. Because how well do you even really know anyone in this world? Do you want them to actually have your passwords? Probably not. Up to you though. So I use this thing called LastPass. She has access to it, happens to be a she. And sometimes, occasionally, the bug with this is that sometimes she gets locked out of the accounts, and so we have to reset her up again. But I know that, for instance, if I go to Instagram right now, let's go together. We're going to my Instagram, Liz Brown Realtor Daily. Let's open it up. I have no idea right now what's on my Instagram account for videos, because typically she's about a week, maybe less than a week behind at posting my videos to Instagram. The video that's there, I didn't know was there. I opened it up, I'm looking at it, and now, did you call your listing agent? I don't remember when I made that video. That's how important it is to have someone helping you in this game. The video before that, I made this fatal mistake. I talked about my refrigerator. It's totally slapping on the Instagram. The video with me talking about important things about real estate, not so much. So I want you to know that it's important that you constantly feed the machine, which is social media. And I do it by using a VA. Here's her process. She takes my video from TikTok, saves it to her own device. Then she removes the watermark with an app called SnapTick. She could also use a different one. There's lots of them out there. And then she puts it in a Google Drive for me. Then she moves it around the world. Do you have to remove the watermark? There's a lot of talk about this. Is a video better than no video at all? Probably. Your sucky video with your TikTok watermark on it, someone's still going to watch it, and it's probably going to be fine, right? It's not the end of the world. Don't beat yourself up over it. But if you're serious about this social media game, then find a process that works for you to be able to remove the watermark and then sprinkle it around the world. I know that we have covered a lot in this video. I have ways to help you outside of YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. If you need some more individual coaching or you need some small group coaching, reach out to me. I want to be your TikTok coach. I'm creating ways that you can create videos that convert into clients, and that's what you and I really want in this world. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, leave me a comment below and ask me a question so I can make another video answering the other questions that you have about making TikTok videos. I'll see you again.